Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Lukako has agreed to reverting back to being a guy, but she had one condition. That we will be her boyfriend for the next, well, the time we have until Mayuri's death. And, well, I'm all for it, but I'm not sure how Okabe feels about this. Dots. What? Boyfriend? It takes me a while to process the word. Meanwhile, Lukako starts squirming and fidgeting. She refuses to look me in the eye. My heart is pounding. What's going on? What did she say to me? Boyfriend? Boyfriend. She wants me to be your boyfriend until tomorrow? What? Why? Without thinking, I asked the worst possible question. Lukako curls up even smaller. I like you. Her voice is as small as the buzzing of a mosquito, but it is all the courage she can muster. I feel my heart tighten at those words. Hey, Car. Appreciate it. Keep on driving. Dots. Silence. Dots. More silence. Wait just a second. This is too sudden. I mean, maybe it's not sudden exactly. I've known about Lukako's feelings since yesterday when Karisu told me about the romance flag. But still, I didn't think it would come to this. My mind goes blank. I can't think straight. Dots. Lukako hangs her head, waiting for my answer. She looks so cute and innocent. I feel myself drawn to... No! That's my desk, sorry. That's wrong! That's just wrong! I am not attracted to Lukako! Let me think about it. Give me 5 minutes. Wow. I turn and flee like a scared rabbit. I'm so embarrassed I can't look back. Wow. 10 minutes later, I get back to the lab. Mayuri's eating a red bean bun. Oh, Grin! How'd it go? Did you apologize to Luka-chan? Yeah. So put the juicy chicken number 1 in the microwave and nuke it so that the D-mail is basically ABC and... What? The microwave was developed by knights of a Rosicrucian order who used alchemy, meaning that the sound of the chime is the brainwashing device, while the chime itself actually doesn't have any meaning at all. What are you talking about? Alchemy. The art of taking one thing and transmuting it into another. In fiction, even human bodies and souls can be transmuted. Equivalent exchange is a fundamental law of alchemy. In the Middle Ages, alchemists attempted to use chemical processes to transmute common metals such as lead into precious metals such as gold. Their efforts paved the way for modern chemistry. And let's find that other one. Filling up our list here of words. That's good. Good. Come on now. There we go. A secret society founded in 17th century Germany by Christian Rosenkraus. Oh, Rosenkraus was supposedly a practitioner of alchemy and black magic. Yep, that's my hobbies. I mean, YouTube. YouTube's my hobby. That's what I do all the time. No black magic involved. Ah, Okarin's broken! I'm muttering incoherently as I set up the time leap machine. What are you doing? Making a tactical retreat. Retreat? How far do I go? As far as I can. Yeah, that's it. Far away from here. I jump all the way back to August 11th, the limit of the time leap machine's range. Why would you escape from a chance to date Lukako-chan? Why? Sometimes, Okabe. I just don't know. I don't. I feel betrayed. Hurt. Confused. Frustrated. Thirsty. Not anymore, though. Okay. This... It is interesting though, because we jump back on our same world line, right? So we use D-mails to change world lines, but when we time leap back, it's on that world line that we created. Right. So, yeah. I think so. Meaning we won't have to like resend all the D-mails and stuff, because that's already been changed, and we are in the 0.45% divergence universe right now. When I'm done, Karisu's standing before me, fiddling with the phone wave. Name subject to changes or wiring. Time travel always gives me hiccups, man. Stop staring, you're distracting me. How many times do I have to tell you? She's still working on the time leap machine upgrade. I know I shouldn't interrupt her, but there's nobody else I can rely on. Genius neuroscientist, I need to talk to you. Make it short. I want you to come with me to Yanabayashi Shrine. Tell me why. If it's a date or something, then I refuse. Hoyin Kyuma does not go on dates! Much less with his yeah, that's a lot of S's. Much less with his assistant? Ridiculous. That's... She's glaring like she's gonna kill me. Let's leave the jokes aside for now. So, I need you to explain the differences between the male brain and the female brain. What? So, are you... Okay, I don't see why he's confused. Like, are you not understanding that Lukako could possibly like you while Lukako was a guy? Is that the issue? How many times have I explained this to Karisu now? Okabe-san and Makise-san, did you come to pray? Not exactly. Actually, we have something to talk to you about, Urishibara-san. This is a strategy I thought up. Its name is Operation Christina. But since this is 3 days or like 2 days earlier, we could still ask about the IBN. Maybe it's... Nah, that's a small chance that it disappeared in a few days. Let's see how Operation Christina goes here. Lukako reacts differently to me. I already know she'll have a breakdown if I tell her she's a guy. But she's not too familiar with Karisu, and they're both girls, so it should be easier if Karisu tells her. That's why I mean persuaded Karisu to handle it. So I wait behind Karisu and watch silently. What might that be? Lukako is shy. He was distant with me back when we first met. And I can see she's made a small wall between herself and Karisu now, too. On the other hand, Karisu is very calm, truly reliable. Karisu puts on a gentle smile and begins her explanation. Did you know? Male and female brains are very different. What? Hey. Male brains are right dominant, female brains are left dominant. Yeah? By the way, the right brain handles image processing, spatial processing, and comprehensive judgment. The left brain handles things like language and calculation. The right and left brains are connected by the corpus callosum, which is more developed in females. You know how people say that girls are better at multitasking? That can be explained by the development of the corpus callosum. What? What the hell is she talking about? Actually, these theories are kind of fringe. They're not really that credible. So if you don't mind, I'd like to do an experiment. An experiment? I want to try mapping your brain patterns to see if they're more female or male. What is mapping? Lukako's clearly frightened. Brainware mapping. We just take a sample of your brain waves. Anyway, you'll understand if you try it, okay? Okay. Why is there so much activity on the road outside? Got this huge white van stopping outside my house. Yeah, you keep driving. I feel like Moeka's rounders are gonna show up any second. It won't hurt a bit. No thanks. It'll be okay, I promise. It won't hurt a bit. Just come to the lab and, well... What kind of perverted old man are you? I lightly chop Karisu on the head. What? What? Don't you want me? What did we come here for? What are you going to do if you scare Lukako away? I'm just treating her like a valuable test, so... Go back to the lab, you experiment-loving girl. Yeah, okay, so that's the thanks I get for going out of my way to help you. I'm gone. You're on your own now. Karisu leaves the shrine with squared shoulders, muttering darkly to herself. What was Makise-san talking about? Well, basically... Do I have to explain it myself after all? You're actually a guy. The result is the same, of course. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. That's kind of unrealistic. I mean, birds can't use cell phones. How can they tweet if they don't... Details, like, they need to focus more on the details in this game, I feel. It's morning now. It's nice and cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. But, so we said exactly the same thing that we said to her that we said on the 13th. Because then we woke up on the 14th, now we wake up on the 12th. And so if the same thing happens, it means that she'll want us to be her boyfriend today, which are just several more days to go on. Yes, this is perfect. The sun's not too strong yet. This is the second time I've woken up like this, though the date was different the first time. In any case, my mental state is exactly the same as back then. Through the front door, I hear someone stomping up the stairs. I jump up thinking it's Moeka, but then I realize who it is. Doo-doo-doo! Okarin! There you are! Mayuri enters and greets me with a disapproving pout. Originally, Mayuri was supposed to stay over at lab, but last night she got a call from someone and left in a hurry. She probably went to see Lukako. Mayushi's very disappointed in you. Mayuri puffs out her cheeks and thrusts a finger at me. Of course. I sigh in frustration. Before I time leap, this happened on the 14th. Today's the 12th. Since I explained the situation to Lukako early, it looks like Mayuri's protest came early too. You made Luka-chan cry, didn't you? Luka-chan told me. She said you said she was a guy. Why would you say such a mean thing? Ugh. You're tongue-twisting me today, Mayuri, and not in a good way. Why would you say such a mean thing, Okarin? Ugh. I'm gonna see her now, so don't worry. Really? Ah, thank goodness. If you weren't gonna apologize, then Mayushi was never gonna talk to you again. That mail should come any minute now. Yep. It actually came. If I go to Yanabayashi Shrine now, Lukako will confess her love and ask me to be her boyfriend. Please be my boyfriend. But this time I thought ahead. Christina! Christina! I start yelling at the development room and begin to hear the sounds of someone moving inside. Is Christian sleeping? She worked all night, so you shouldn't wake her up. I know, but I have to do this. Christina! Please wake up! Oh, shut up! Damn it, she's dressed. Kurisu comes out of the development room with sleepy eyes. Christian! Doo-doo-doo! That's... Last night she fell asleep at the desk. The sleeves of her clothes left a mark on her cheek. Her hair's frayed. Her eyes are red. She rubs those red eyes. What is it? I'm going to Yanabayashi Shrine. Come with me. It's time for Operation Christina 2! Until the 15th, we can stop before Mayuri-chan is in danger. So, please be my... That's... Please be my... That's... Boyfriend... That's... Please be my boyfriend! That's... Same as before. Only this time I have to be your boyfriend for 4 days instead of just 2. Ah, life is good. I guess you could say it's a bold proposal. Fortunately, I came prepared. It's time to set Operation Christina 2 into motion. Would it really be that difficult? I mean, I would get it that you could be uncomfortable if it's a girl. And like you're a guy. And like if you want to have to pose as her boyfriend for a few days to save the future, where's the big problem? I want to see what this operation is though. Last time things got complicated when I added that experiment-loving girl to the conversation. This time I had her watch things from the shadows near the staircase. Excuse me, I need a moment. I turn my back to Lukako and call Kurisu. Sup, you filthy normal. Who's a normal? Think about how I feel for once. Did you hear what Lukako said just now? No, fill me in. You weren't listening? How am I supposed to listen from all the way over here? You could barely hear her where you were standing, Okabe, so I don't think you have a lot to complain about here. She confessed until the 15th, then back to manhood. Wait. Is being in a relationship not manhood? Roger. Anne, why are you asking me? Just grant Urushibaru-san's wish. But it's Lukako! What's wrong with her? I mean, look how cute she is. But she's a... Her being a guy might just be your imagination. From my perspective, she's always been a girl. Just give up. Bye. Wait! She hung up. Damn! Why did I even bring her along? What a useless assistant. I stuffed my phone into my pocket and head back to Lukako. Although I pulled it out because my thing was in the thing. Were you on the phone with Makisa-san? Oh, yeah. Oh. You looked like you were having fun. Nonsense! Is this pressure? Is she applying psychological pressure? So? Lukako fidgets restlessly. Your answer? Please be my boyfriend. A 4-day trial relationship. I mean, the first few days of a relationship are often like the most amazing anyway, so why, like, those 4 days feel long or short? I mean, sure, Lukako is cute. She's very slender and delicate, especially around the waist, and her skin is as white as alabaster? Even when Lukako was a guy, I occasionally found myself mesmerized by his girlish demeanor. Biologically, the current Lukako is a girl, so even if we do stuff, they're sure, whoa, you're jumping a little bit too far ahead here, like trial boyfriend, okay? That's what we're talking. There shouldn't be a problem. But still. And wait, how old is she? Wasn't that an issue? Her age? When we groped her? Well, groping is always an issue, but wasn't she like 16 or 17? What are we, like 19, 20? Let me look up some ages here. I was right about Lukako. Lukako is 16. Okabe is apparently 18. I'm like, okay, I'm older than you. That happened. Okay, now let's try and solve this non-existent problem you're having. Come on. There we go. I have some air in my body. Like, I got hiccups that are like... They're right there, so whenever I start talking, they're gonna come. But still. I'm on a mission to change Lukako back into a guy. Yes, I have understood as much. I need to accomplish that mission to save Mayuri. If I go out with a girl Lukako and fall in love with her, then will I be able to treat guy Lukako like I used to? If I forget he's a guy and lose my self-control, it could result in... complications. I think those complications aren't worse than Mayuri dying. I don't know about you. That's just me. Per se. You'll have an awkward time with Lukako for the rest of your life. I'd say that's okay. Going out with the current Lukako isn't the problem. I mean, I still have my reservations, but cuteness is justice, right? The real source of my hesitation is the thought of what happens afterwards. The problem isn't Lukako, but my own heart. Besides, I'm supposed to be saving Mayuri, not going out on dates. This is the way you'll save Mayuri. So stop complaining and kiss her or something, I don't know. But on the other hand, Lukako's cooperation is essential to save Mayuri. I won't get anywhere if I reject Lukako and make her cry. For the sake of my goal, I must overcome the problems of my heart. There we go. Knew it was coming. I'll do it. Yes, I'll take Lukako's deal. But from the end of the last episode, you'd think that this would be like super smooth progress. It'd taken us like 20 minutes for him to say yes. But if we're going to do this, I tell myself there's one rule that you must follow. You must not fall in love with Lukako. Even if it means trampling on her heart, you must not fall in love. Fall in love and you could end up walking the forbidden path. The forbidden path? It's 2010. A lot of places except that stuff. So I don't know about rules in Japan, but nobody will behead you. Lukako is a guy. A guy. A guy. A guy. A guy? Guy. And don't you forget it. Just don't forget. Very well. Huh? I'll go out with you, but only until the 15th. Tears immediately fall from Lukako's eyes. Why are you crying? I'm happy. I was sure that you'd say no. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Her face is red and her eyes are wet with tears. Yet she's really happy. Seeing her like this, all shy and embarrassed, but happy at the same time, makes me feel... That's... She's... kawaii! I mustn't fall in love, but I'm about to. Why does every single one of her actions have to be so cute? She must be doing it on purpose. There's no other way. Lukako's cuteness is a terror of the universe. Okabe-san? What? Lukako wipes her tears away. Tomorrow... Da? What does she mean by da? That's... Please take me on a date? What? I'm having Hisao Nakai vibes here. It's straight back to Gatawa Shoujo for us. What did you say? A date? True, when a couple goes somewhere together, that's called a date. It would really be a dick move if I refused to go on a date right after we started going out. Yeah, if you refused, yeah. Okay, but where? Doesn't look like she's got a place in mind. I want to go where you want to go, Okabe-san. I want to know more about the places you frequent, Okabe-san. So in other words, she wants me to decide for her. It's really unfair to be so cute. People will forgive you for anything you say. Scratch my head in thought. I'll come up with something by tomorrow. For now, I just want to get out of this sickeningly sweet atmosphere that's brewing. The SSR are just killing me today. It's like... They just slither in. We arrange to meet tomorrow morning. Then I quickly leave the shrine behind. I breathe a sigh of relief as the sparsity of pedestrians on Mansebashi Bridge. Well? Kurisa's walking behind me. She was completely useless. Did you agree to go out with her? Well, I can kinda guess based on her Shibari-san's reaction. Wait, you saw that? You told me to watch, didn't you? Oh yeah. I was expecting her to give me a advice. I guess I should have known better. We're going on a date tomorrow. Yeah? Kurisa makes a small nasal sound. She hasn't been making eye contact. Our insane mad scientist is dating a high school girl. It's not insane at all. Damn you, Kurisu! Must you always be so cynical? Let's just ignore her and get to the lab. But just as I quicken my pace, she grabs my shoulder and pulls me back. I almost fall down backwards. What was that for? Sorry, I didn't mean to be snippy. I'm just a little irritated. Kurisu doesn't tell me what she's irritated about. Instead, she starts rubbing her temples. You made this choice to save Mayuri, so I'll change my way of thinking too. Anyway, do you have any plans for your date tomorrow? Date plans. I told Lukako I'd come up with something by tomorrow. So far, I've made no progress. I can't help but feel uneasy about the whole thing, even though I'm doing it to save Mayuri. Well, do you? This calls for Hoi and Kiyuma! I have only one thing to say, assistant mine. I am the great Hoyogen Kiyuma, a mad scientist with an IQ rivaling that of Isaac Newton himself. And? Naturally, as a mad scientist, I have no interest in this thing mortals call love. My incredible brain is devoted to the destruction of the system that controls the world and the birth of a new age of chaos. You're obviously a virgin, thank you very... That's... Pretend you didn't just hear that. Damn you, assistant! How dare you point out the truth so bluntly? I won't forget this insult. Sorry. What about you? Your experience must be vast indeed if you think you can lecture me about it. Ugh. I don't miss Christina's grimace. That's what I thought. You spend all your time on research, so you got zero experience, don't you? You must have been awfully lonely in America, huh? Shut up! What's wrong with being a virgin? Dots. Huh? The genius girl who cried virgin at the center of Okabe. I wouldn't be surprised to see it plastered across the blogosphere. Thankfully, it's early morning, but there are still a few pedestrians grinning at Kurisu. Let's get out of here! Kurisu starts to hurry away. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, I kind of figured, because they don't really seem like... They seem like very... special people. Kurisu's all devoted to her sciencey stuff. Okabe's all... Okabe. So, you know... Okay. Let's see. Like, I don't know where... Maybe we should go with May Queen. Oh. What's important for a first date is to make a good impression. An unclean appearance is out of the question. A haircut is especially important. Long hair looks dirty, so it's no good. For clothes, you should wear something exactly the right size. Though it may be trendy, especially in Akiba, for young men to wear baggy clothes, it looks sloppy, so it's not good. Why exactly am I in a maid cafe getting date advice from my younger assistant, who is also a girl? On the first date, conversation tends to break due to mutual nervousness. What's important is to play conversation catch. One-sided conversations aren't fun for the other side. Girls especially like to talk, so the guy should try to keep the conversation going. Not just by listening, throwing in inappropriate responses is also necessary. Responsiveness gives the girl the impression that you're really listening to her. Even when you're not. Trust me, I know. Basically, you need to be the opposite of yourself. No, just be yourself. Anyway, focus on acting normal for now. No more of that idiotic laughter. Just don't be Hoyo and Kyuma. You're too heavy-handed with girls. You talk too pompously. You fire off nonsensical delusions. Hey, you're just reading out of a dating manual, so you got no right to look down on me, you American virgin. Since neither of us thinks anything about romance, knows anything about romance, I'm sure you think a lot about it. We're studying out of a dating manual we bought on the way here. Like, what? Can't you just go and do what feels natural instead of reading up like that? Like, doesn't that sort of... It's an adventure! Have fun! Don't read manuals about it like you're building a piece of IKEA furniture! Unless you want to build a relationship that way. But there's always going to be some missing parts, so don't do it like that. Who are you calling an American virgin? Nobody. Sorry, that was mean. I love you, America. I do. All of you. Half of you. Some of you. Who else but you? Yeah, sure thing, virgin. There's a saying, a fortress is judged by how many attacks it repulses. A soldier is judged by how many fortresses he takes. That's not a saying. Don't look so proud of yourself. You're right, this is a dumb argument. Anyway, this dating manual actually says some pretty interesting things. Kurisu flips through the manual on top of the table. Like, when walking down the street, be sure to put yourself between your date and the road, or whatever you do, don't make the girl pay for anything. I've tried, but if the girl insists, just let her pay. Otherwise the inner beast comes out, okay? Okay, for your date tomorrow, make sure you follow all of these rules. I wonder if I can really be all that careful. And after that, carry a clean handkerchief. Spread it out when the girl goes to sit on the park bench. I'm not her butler. Get it? Butler, handkerchief. She's sitting down. A butler. But that's what the book says. When it's time to eat, avoid fast food of all kinds. Family restaurants are borderline acceptable. Anything else depends on your budget. Family restaurants are borderline. Where are the family restaurants in Akiba? Arrive at the meeting place at least 15 minutes early. Tardiness is unacceptable. 15 minutes early? Then you just need to decide where to take her. Movies, art galleries, strolling through town, and food are all safe. Movies is usually good. I see. It's easier than I thought. I was under the impression that a first date required going to a beautiful beach resort, exchanging your first kiss bathed in the light of the setting sun and stuff like that. Oh, that's really romantic. I mean, that's virgin imagination at full throttle. You've read too much manga. You too. Besides, your date's a minor, so don't even think about bringing her to a hotel, okay? What do you take me for? You have been having the thoughts, Okabe. Okay, so don't, like, hide it. That way lie forbidden lusts. Not to mention, Lukaku's such an innocent girl. If I brought her to a hotel, she'd probably faint from shock. That just about covers it. Well, was my lecture helpful? You mean the manuals lecture? Anyway, strolling around town counts as a date, huh? In that case, I don't have to waste money. You're time traveling! Money doesn't matter! Nya? Kiyuma, you're going on a date, nya? Ferris comes to our table carrying drinks. Thanks for waiting. I'll prepare your iced coffee, nyan. As usual, she pours in milk and syrup right in front of me. Kurisu watches this with great interest. I guess this is her first time at a maid cafe. I'm wondering if she's studying our reactions to Ferris, and if we seem too interested in Ferris, she'll scold us because we are now in a committed relationship. Is Mayushi the lucky girl, nya? Ferris winks at me playfully while stirring Kurisu's iced coffee. Why would you think that? Nya? Not her, nya? Then... Ferris looks at Kurisu. Is it her, nya? Huh? No, she's my assistant. Okarin became a mad scientist for Mushi's sake, right? Maybe it's irresponsible of me to say that you don't have to act like a bad guy. That's actually true though, like... That's so sad, like... The reason we started with that whole act was because we just wanted to comfort Mayuri in any way, and we just thought back to the cartoons, and that was what came out. Like, it is because of her that a lot of our actions are... Well, that's why they're there, that's the origin. Dots. Kurisu and I exchanged glares sharper than a sword's blade. I swear sparks are flying. Then some other girl, nya? Kiyuma, you tomcat, you're making moves on too many girls, nya? Oh ho, so you're making moves on too many girls, huh? What nonsense. Well, I guess I did hug Ferris. But that was on the 14th, so when I time leaped to the 12th, it was undone. I shake off a pang of loneliness and return to the conversation. Oh my, hello Lukako-chan, what's up? The next day finds me strolling around Akiba with Lukako. So, where to next? Event number 1. Lunch at a family restaurant is already complete. I took care of the bill and now we're back out in the heat. I've got the entire day planned out in my head. The next event is... How about we take a walk around town? Okay. It's Oban holiday, so Akiba is crowded. To avoid the crowds, we end up walking through the back streets. My plan is to walk with Lukako all the way to Ueno and back. That should be enough, right? I walk quickly. This conversation thing isn't going so well. I try to follow the guide's advice and be a good listener, but Lukako's silent by nature. She doesn't really start talking on her own. I wonder what you have to do in this situation. Even at the family restaurant, the words we exchanged were mostly just things like, it's crowded today, it's delicious, and it was delicious. I think it was a mistake to just wander around. Especially since we've ended up in a residential area with no interesting scenery whatsoever. Go watch a movie! You shouldn't talk during a movie anyway. Go see like 50 Shades of Akiba or something. I'm sure that's a movie. Okabe-san? Lukako speaks up. She's a few steps behind me. Yeah? Wait, why are we walking in front of her when we're on a date? Shouldn't we walk hand in hand? Lukako catches up when we start walking together again. Do you remember? About the first time you and I met? Yeah. Of course. What I actually remember is how I met the male Lukako. It was during Golden Week in May. I was searching Akiba for materials to build a new future gadget when I saw Lukako in his Miko garb, surrounded by some cameramen. But please stop. I can't. Oh. Oh god, low anglers. Oh, no. Poor girl. Please, let me just take one photo. Her cosplay is super moe. I've never seen such a cute Miko cosplayer before. This isn't cosplay. If you could make a cute pose, I'd be super happy. Do that thing. You know that thing Megumi-tan does in Miko Miko Overdrive? Fictional, a magical girl anime with 5 Miko girls as the protagonist. Its target audience is adolescent girls, but many men in their 20s like it too for some inexplicable reason. Yes. Yeah, that would be awesome! You know Megumi-tan, right? Can you do it for us? I don't know, sorry. What's wrong? If you come to Akiba in cosplay, that means you want people to take your picture, right? That's right, or are you rejecting us because we're losers? No, it's just, this isn't cosplay. To be honest, the Miko garb fascinated me. Because Miko are sacred, chosen to serve the gods. I know college girls are doing it for the money these days, but as far as I'm concerned, that's sacrilege. As is demanding to photograph a sacred Miko. I couldn't let it pass. You with the cameras! Huh? Who are you? Who am I? I am the great Hoyoyin Kyuma, bearer of the mightiest brain since Einstein himself, the insane mad scientist who will bring chaos to the world. What's with this guy? He's nuts. Stop right there. This Miko clearly does not want your attention. Get out of here, Chunibyo! You're trying to be cool and save a girl for schmecks in return? You're just another pervert! Sex. Sekiru. Look in the mirror when you say that. You're the ones harassing this frail girl, forcing her to take perverted pictures. Have you no otaku pride? I'm a cameraman who frightens a sacred Miko is no cameraman at all. He's nothing but low-life scum unfit to walk the holy streets of Akiba. What? Everyone's aiming for low-angle shots of cute 3D girls. Amateur cosplayers should take that what you get. When you cosplay in Akiba, you're asking to get photographed. That's how it works. No, I'm a guy. Instantly, our jaws dropped to the ground, just bang. So, there's no point in photographing me, unless you're into that stuff, Lukako murmured sadly. Really? No way. Someone this cute can't be a guy. I am a guy. I even have an Adam's apple. Lukako lifted his chin a bit, exposing his pale neck. That gesture was really sexy, but it was indeed a lump on his neck. Then you got one down there too? That's... Lukako nodded, reluctantly. He was already crying by that point. So were the cameramen. What the hell? This is fraud! What kind of guy wears Miko robes? You some kind of pervert? Thank God I didn't take a picture. I feel tricked. They left the place, mumbling complaints all the while. Those bastards were a disgrace to otaku everywhere. Daru would have said something like, "Someone this cute can't be a girl. So you're a trap. Awesome." Daru's the true otaku. Thank you very much. Nah, it's nothing. But you're disappointed that you saved the guy, aren't you? I'm sorry, I can't live up to your expectations. What's your name? I never said anything about my expectations. Urishibara. Luka. Why are you apologizing? I mean, I look like this, but I'm a guy. It matters not. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. We need to work on that inferiority complex of yours. Eh? Come with me. I shall bestow upon you a mighty gift. An item that will give you courage. I'm sure you too have noticed the true power that sleeps inside of you. What's wrong? You desire power. don't you?
Power?
Indeed, I can grant you power. All you need is the will, the desire, the hunger. Never again will you fear a camera lens.
After that, we went to Bladeworks and you bought me some Idare. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but on this world line, you actually were a girl. So how did you convince them if you didn't have your Adam's apple? That's what I want to know. Ah, well, I didn't expect he'd actually come with me. But when he did, I realized that he had potential. That's why I bought him the 980 yen tax-included demon sword. Afterwards, Lukako and I went through the intense training to develop the Seishin Sanma School of Swordmanship. In retrospect, I can't believe I said all that ridiculous stuff. It makes me want to crawl in a hole and hide.
I was really surprised when he said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it really made me happy. It's strange, huh? Those words really moved me.
Lukako's cheeks then turned rosy pink. Her blush is too powerful. I have to look away!
Ever since you said those words, I've liked you.
That's... Wait a second. Wait a second! Wait a goddamn second! Is she saying that... what I think she's saying? But that Lukako was a guy! Does that mean I made the guy Lukako fall in love with me? My mind goes blank. Poof. Oh god! He's realizing stuff that we realized 20 episodes ago. Oh man. By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked.
Today was really fun.
Really? She's just saying that out of consideration. I could tell that she's forcing her smile. All through the date, I couldn't stop thinking about the time Lukako fell in love with me, so I barely made conversation at all. The manual was completely useless. Why does it matter so much? People fall in love with people, regardless of gender. I actually had a guy crush on me once. Little known fact. So, these things happen, and it's like, you just deal with it. It's just... He's focusing too much on the other world line. You're in this world line now. Focus on doing what you need to do in this world line, and you can worry about all this Lukako stuff later. If you don't do it well now, you won't get the pager number. On this world line, Lukako was a girl from the beginning, so Lukako's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine. But even with that in consideration, Lukako's story still felt out of place.
So,
Lukako fidgets as she whispers. What is it?
Well, tomorrow...
She wants to go on a date again tomorrow? I mean, we're a couple and we're going out, and that means we like each other, and it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day.
I want to be with Okabe-san again. Tomorrow.
Thanks.
Is that okay?
Of course it is. Yes, of course.
Thank goodness.
Lukako smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside of me. It's called love. Give in to it. Let it take over. Maybe not because she's a minor now that I think about it.
Well, see you tomorrow.
I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Wait, I feel a... Oh wait, I think it's supposed to be I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another date tomorrow. Wow, how horrible. The cutest girl ever. Tomorrow. Like, Okabe is so awkward with this stuff. Like, most other guys would be able to do a much better job. Like, people like me, who have had, like, no prior experience before I was in a relationship, you know, just sit inside and play games all day, can still do it better. Just frustrates me. I have this thing where I very easily get, like, annoyed over protagonists, but I realized that if all protagonists actually did sensical things, then the story would be much less interesting and be over a whole lot sooner.
Do-do-do! Welcome back, Ren!
Die, you filthy normal! When I returned to the lab, I am greeted by Mayuri's smile and Daru's pure hatred. Since when does a chunibyo patient like you rate a girlfriend? It's not right, man.
How'd you date with Lukako go?
Well, stage clear. Somehow. Probably. Stage clear? Probably not, actually.
Kamima's the day after tomorrow, you know? What if you and Lukako go as a cosplay couple?
I'd pay to see that.
Maybe you could persuade her to go now that you're her boyfriend. She never says yes to me, and I've asked her so many times too. But if Okabe asks her, then I'm sure she'll say okay.
I refuse.
Why?
Because Kamima is on the 15th. Mayuri's fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before her death cosplaying at Kamima? To be honest, I don't get this dating thing. Okabe, you idiot! Those words are the words. Those words are an insult to virgins the world over. Apologize! Apologize to the virgins! Just think about it. All you do is walk, eat, and go home. And the whole time you have to worry about what your partner is thinking. Okay, I won't go on another ramble. What's fun about that?
Don't say that, Okabe. It'll make Lukako sad.
Mayuri's expression is uncharacteristically serious.
You know, just being with the person she likes is enough to make a girl happy. That's all she really needs. Doesn't being together make boys happy too? If not, that makes Mayuri sad.
Why would that make Mayuri sad? Okabe's a minority. I mean, dates are a great opportunity for H scenes. You're an idiot. Come on! Holding hands and stuff's pretty H, isn't it? And when you're arm in arm and her boob hits your elbow, that's like super mega H. And then at the end of the date, you kiss, right? Damn you! Death to normals! You're just jealous. You play too much eroge.
Hey! When did Lukako fall for Okabe?
When? Well...
I was really surprised when he said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it really made me happy. Ever since you said those words, I've liked you.
Yeah, but what words? I think back on what she said, because we don't know what we said on this world line. What we said in the other one was that, like, it didn't matter that she was a guy, it like would help her with the inferiority complex and stuff. Something still feels off about her story. I said that Luca's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly. But didn't I say that because Lukako was a guy? Right, that doesn't make sense. Now I know it feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female. Yeah, we realized this 10 minutes ago! Keep up! I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukako. So why does this Lukako remember what I said back then? Because you said something different. I recall what happened with Ferris. Or... But does everybody have a form of reading Steiner?
I remember, yeah? The wish Ferris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, yeah?
Ferris regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukako too have remembered the previous world line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers the event and she said she liked me for it, so... Did Lukako like me even when she was a guy? I think I need to check this out. The next morning I head to the shrine to meet with Lukako. She's already waiting in the courtyard. When she sees me, she smiles and waves her hand. Too cute. Must resist.
Good morning!
Morning.
Where are we going today?
Before that,
Yes?
I make up my mind and throw out the question. Do you have any memories of when you were a guy?
That's...
Lukako twitches for a moment. And then she hangs her head.
No, I don't.
Really? Lukako just nods stiffly. I consider a more forceful approach, but the words of that dating manual blaze inside my head. Whatever you do, don't make the girl sad. You might get dumped. But aren't you boyfriend, girl? Okay, there's a... Okay. Dating is different from boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Because boyfriends and girlfriends go on dates, but you often go on dates with people you're not in a relationship with yet to see if you're compatible and stuff, but you're supposed to be in a relationship. Like, you don't get, like, dumped like, oh my god, one bad thing said, this is all over. Like, I don't know. This whole situation is confusing. If I get dumped, then what will happen to our 4-day agreement? Lukako might refuse to turn back into a guy. No, Lukako's not like that. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance, so I'm sure no matter what I say, she'll turn back. Or is it naive of me to think that? Either way, even though I'm doing this to save Mayuri, I can't just trample on Lukako's pure maidenly heart. Dots. Neither one of us speaks. Mutual distrust? Suspicion? Discomfort? One word could shatter our temporary relationship. Luka is the first to break the suffocating silence. Have you heard about hugs? Hugs are really cool. Like, you go over to the girl and, like, you hold her and things are good. It's just, I recommend trying it. No, don't do the mad scientist laugh. No, okay, yep, no. Oh, he's off again. Yep. It's so difficult getting Okabe to be normal. Luka is the first to break the suffocating silence.
I'm sorry. Let's cancel today's date.
Lukako bows her head and goes back into the shrine office. You are a genius, Okabe Rentaro. Yeah, you hurt her, you feel guilty. You feel relieved? You bastard! I hate myself for it. You better! Oh my gosh. How will this travesty go? Tune in next time, ladies and gentlemen, to find out. Have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.